Okay, day 254 off the grid. Yep, another MavTech video. Shouldn't make it sound like it's that tedious, but I guess you keep seeing the same stuff pop up, and I keep seeing the same stuff pop up when I start these vlogs. Well, what shall I say about today? Well, I've pretty much spent a lot of time today on this playout computer, not without issue either. I've had added some new tracks to the computer, and somehow the whole play out way it works decided to just stuff out and just start choosing only the new tracks I put on, and it wiped some of the selections out of the groups and all sorts of crap, and got a bit pissed off with it actually. But I pretty much had to rebuild these groups and rebuild the play out order from scratch. And I'm starting to wonder whether this software's got too many bugs, because it seemed to happen after I tried to add some new tracks, and it sort of hung up while I was adding some, and I had to restart the software. But anyway, I did that, and it seems to be going all right now. And tonight I'm not going to be going straight home. I'm going to be going around to gyms for a load of firewood, so at least I can keep an eye on it, and if something happens in the next hour or so, I can come in here and quickly have a go at fixing it. Yeah. But I also recorded a whole lot of new proper station IDs, because we're no longer a test transmission, and I've put them on the computer, so this software doesn't seem to bring up the new clocks until the day rolls over, so I don't think they'll start coming through till tomorrow, and let's hope they do. But I did do some sort of electrical work, well, electronic, well, it's not really electronic, no transistors, no valves, no chips, but it's to do with electronics, so it's hard to say what that kind of stuff is. I mean, electrical work, it just sounds like you're wiring a plug up or something like that. Well, I did wire a plug up, but that's beside the point. I solved the problem of the computer's ground loops and the hum and the need for attenuation quite elegantly, and I'll see if I can show it here. I put together these two transformers, and they're fed out here out of the TAC, and these cables here feed into those sillily long iPod leads. This one's the input into the computer, into the line in. So I just put these in the line. But the clever thing about it is these are 600 ohm to 20 ohm transformers, and I'm saying 20 ohm transformers are not really that useful. Like, for example, here's two here, but I've sort of wired them back to back, so 20 ohms is feeding the 20 ohms, so it effectively becomes a 600 ohm to 600 ohm transformer, because that's what I really wanted. But in this case, I've actually managed to make use of that, because I've wired the 600 ohm side to the output of the TAC, which is where the signal's coming from, and I've wired the 20 ohm side to the cable which heads to the line in on the laptop, which is really cool, because then I get a signal attenuation as well as the isolation I need, and it works really great. So I'm really pleased with that, putting that funny impedance transformers, which we've got a lot of these. I mean, we've got a few that look exactly the same but are 600 to 600 ohms, and we've got some other ones which are possibly more useful that go from 600 ohms to 20 kilo ohms. Now that's much more useful from unbalanced to balanced signals, but if I can make these 20 ohm ones useful, that's all good. Oh, I did some testing on the speaker switching thing that mutes the speakers when you turn the mic on, and trying to get rid of that spike, that click that gets into the audio when you switch off the mic. It's basically, of course, an inductive pulse from that relay discharging. Well, I know that's what it is for sure, and I know that if I disconnect the power to this, which I did today, it doesn't do it, so it's definitely the relay. But I didn't get time, unfortunately, to try any remedial technique, so I was going to try putting a capacitor across the switch and or a diode across the relay. That's my first sort of quick and dirty, as it were, responses to the issue. But if it still carries on a bit, what I'll probably do is use a solid state switch like a transistor to switch the relay, so that the currents going through the mic switch near the audio signals are very, very small. I mean, at the moment it's like I've got a mini spark gap transmitter right on the desk there. It's essentially like there's a spark gap transmitter mounted right inside this desk. When that switch opens, there's a spark. So that's no good, really. Should have known. Just wasn't sure how big a problem it was going to be. But since I spent the better part of the day before, the morning of the day before, editing my last radio show, just to remove those spikes because they annoyed me, yeah, I think I have to do something about it. But yeah, so that's all solved, and here's the laptop here, and yeah, I might as well pack it in now and go and get this wood and go home. Oh, I've got to go and pick up some crumpets too, because Vikey wants crumpets only because he gets a special little kitchen thing from New World. So better go and do that, get the wood, then go home on day 254 of the grid, and hopefully by then the playout computer is still behaving itself.